Welcome back to Empowered. I'm Elizabeth Namofsky. Today's episode, we're discussing intellectual property and AI pitfalls. Stephanie, I'm finding this conversation fascinating because it's just so new and there's just so much to absorb. Let's talk about the development of marketing and advertising collateral. What are some of the issues that you're seeing right now?
So, one side of the issue, putting aside AI, is that, the internet is so vast and it's very, very easy for marketing teams or employees to just go and take, for example, an image or part of an image, part of a song, um, some text, and they think that because they're taking, just a part of and not the entire thing, that they're not infringing someone's intellectual property. But that may not be the case. Other individuals, for example, they take in images and they say, oh, they're public domain, they're in the public domain, I can use these images, you know, that's not the case. I have to tell you, there are third parties out there. For example, one of the third parties is called Pick Rights, that has approached a number of our clients. And just in the past month, three of my clients have received letters from Pick Rights, and they thought that they were complete scam, and so they ignored them. And what Pick Rights does is it scans the internet to see if people are using images without consent or licenses, right? They asked for a nominal fee. And so three of my clients decided to ignore the letter and the payment of the fee. Ultimately, they had to pay way more to Pick Rights in order to make this situation go away. So there are repercussions. I mean, financially, the amount is not a lot, but you don't want to be one of those companies that is known to do and and to take information or images from third party websites.
So then how do you know if something is in the public domain or whether it's safe to use or not?
It's really tough, but at the end of the day, first of all, look to see if there's a watermark. If there is, obviously don't use it. Um, is there anything on the website that grants you a license? If there is, you need to get a license. One of the neatest things right now that I use, and I've, told the marketing teams of my clients to use, it's a reverse image search. So I don't know if you've ever tried this, but you go on an image on the internet, you right click, you get the address and put it in a reverse image search engine, and it will tell you information about that photo, whether there's copyright, whether it's in the public domain, depending on which search engine you use. I find it very, very useful. Um, Other avenues, you can do a copyright search. So the Canadian Intellectual Property Office has a free copyright database. The problem with that is that not everybody registers their copyright. And, essentially you don't need to register your copyright to get copyright protection. So it's not that reliable. Um, but bottom line, I think the safest is A, use stock images where you can get a license or some of them are free. B, develop your own photographs and images. Or, C, get a license or get consent from the owner of the website.
So, similar to brands, I'm assuming businesses are also using generative AI to develop their marketing and advertising collateral. Are you seeing this? And are there any issues with it?
This is actually huge because it is very tempting to use AI to write, you know, to essentially generate images, to write script, to populate your website. I am seeing this everywhere. And again, similar to brands and the risks associated with brands, is that, it could be taking elements from other third party work, and you could be potentially infringing the intellectual property of third parties. An interesting fact is when you devise an image, for example, and I'll give you a really quick story. once I'm once I'm done. But you devise an image, and if the image has characteristics that resemble, for example, a celebrity. So let me give you an
Okay,
example.
Stephanie,
Jay Leno.
hold
Yeah.
on one moment. Let's talk about this when we come back from the next commercial break because I'm super interested.